An organization in this province called RAPLIQ, which offers support and advocacy for the rights of people with disabilities, has filed more than 100 complaints of disability discrimination targeting cafe terrasses in the city. The complaints a range of issues, including a lack of access ramps, improper outdoor space arrangements, and physical barriers preventing access for wheelchair users or people with reduced mobility. And with more, we are joined by Stephen Laperriere, Executive Director of RAPLIQ. Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning, Mr. Carter. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, it's no problem. I remember years ago, as part of to raise awareness for this sort of thing, I spent a day in a wheelchair. Mm-hmm. And you only have to spend, you don't even have to spend a day, spend an hour in a wheelchair and try to go up and down St. Catherine Street. And you realize that like how little is accessible. It is so difficult to get around. So 100 sounds like a lot, but I would think it would be just the tip of the iceberg, honestly.
Well, you're absolutely right. We filed 101 complaints total for lack of accessibility on the terraces, and actually there are a lot more than that. But that's the time that we had to available to make those complaints before the elected officials start reflecting on next terrace seasons and how they will emit the terrace permits. In 2023, we've sent out more than 300 recommendation letters to different business owners in Montreal in regards to the terraces specifically. So more than 300 letters. And out of these, 35 or 36 have made the little changes that were necessary to make their terraces accessible, because one has to realize that to take a terrace that's not accessible and make it accessible, sometimes it's not rocket science. It's only a ramp, a piece of wood to cover a gap. So it's not a big thing, and it's not very costly in most of the cases. So the fact that we've sent out 300 letters and only 35 business owners have replied, to me that says a lot about the priority that universal accessibility has. And that's how it's received amongst the disabled persons community. I mean, we are sending out 300 letters. We were expecting at least 100 would reply because, again, and I insist, that the changes that has to be done are very minor sometimes. So it says a lot. And once again, we've been following terraces issues for the last 12 years, and we've seen some evolution. It's true. I think the elected officials are more and more aware of it, but being aware of it and doing something about it is another story. So okay. We're not there yet, and we hope that this the number of 101 complaints, 101 complaints, will put some kind of light on the issue for the elected officials.
Yeah. So why do you think that there was so little interest in responding to your complaints from the actual business owners?
Well, it's always the same story for every matter that concerns disabled persons. It's not, first of all, it's not a very sexy topic, and secondly, it costs money, and I know that. But there again, I think that this point does not apply that much when it comes to terraces. And the other thing is that many business owners have told us that, well, we didn't know about it. Right. And the elected officials are telling us, well, we're giving out directions to the city services to hand out those informations to anyone who wants a terrace. And if that's the case, well, the business owners are not respecting it, and the city is not inspecting the terraces as much as they should. So we're into this situation where we have over 100 terraces that are not accessible. But at the end of the day, if we would have had time and a bigger team, I'm sure that number would have reached about 200, 230 terraces that are not accessible in Montreal.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Not surprised. Stephen, thanks for your time. Good luck with this.
Thank you very much.